Radical Islamic terrorism. Let's talk about it. We have no choice. This is a real problem. You know, normally I come up, I talk about trade and how China is killing us, and they are. And I talk about how Japan and how Mexico and how everybody is just absolutely eating our lunch. And today I'm going to be talking about something else. It's like survival. It's like survival. And you know, ISIS announced they're going to attack us in Washington, which means they're going to attack us someplace else. Unlike Obama, when he said, we're going to remove everybody. We're sending 50 troops in. They're sending 50 people in, right? Why does he have to talk about it? Right? Why does he have to talk about it? You know the movies, shoot first, talk later, right? 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 Shoot first, you talk about it later. But why does he have to do it? The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I like that movie, right? Do we like that? Remember? The bad. Boom. From the bathtub. Shoot first. The guy was doing too much talking up there, right? Shoot first, talk later. So he announces that he's sending 50. Now, number one, that's not a great announcement because 50 doesn't sound like too many, number one. But you know the target that's on their heads right now? These young, brave people that are going over to this part of the world, and they're the best. They're the best. You know, they're sending some of our really great ones. But why do you have to tell the enemy that we're sending 50 people? Why do you have to say it? Just think about it. Just think about it. Why did we have to say that, hey, we shouldn't have been in Iraq. Now we're leaving. Why did he have to say when we're leaving that we're leaving Iraq? And he gives a date, a time, a place. We're going to be gone. So the enemy sat back. They waited. And they've caused problems, right? It's just terrible. But we're going to solve the problem. We're going to be tough, and we're going to be smart. We're going to be sharp. We're going to get other people to do a lot of the work because they should be doing the work. We're doing the work. It's always us. It's always us. You have the Gulf states, so rich, so much money, so much money. Not doing much, folks. Not doing much. They got to do it. We protect them. We save them. Without us, they're gone. We save them. What do they give us? They give us nothing. But you have so many that should be doing. Let me give you an example. France. You have the horrible attack. And by the way, Paris is one of the places in the world that's toughest on guns. All right? And France. So you had all of these people sitting in these different places, no protection whatsoever. And these animals come in and start shooting up. There was nothing anybody can do. I know one thing. In this room, it's a whole different story. Right? It's a different story. Now, think, I take a lot of heat where I say guns, you got to have them. I'm a big Second Amendment person. Big. And I take heat from some people, and I tell them, and last night I said, if 20 of those people, you don't need more, but could have been more, could have been all of them. But if 20 of those people that were shot viciously, and if you heard the stories, come on over, boom. Come on over, boom. Come here, boom. One after another, hundreds of people. Plenty are dying and will be dead. Now, if you had 25 people in there that had guns, okay? It would have been a totally different story, folks. There would have been the shootout at the OK Corral, right? And you would have had death, but it would have been their death, and there could have been something. But you're talking about hundreds of people, innocent people, just gunned down, and horrible. People that said they saw it, they said it's never going to be the same. Just the sight of what took place, never going to be the same. So we have to remember things like that. We have to remember our schools, where they had the school recently, as you know, in a gun-free zone. And they go in and they shoot and they shoot and they shoot. And in the case of the school, they had good, quick police, but still, it's just terrible. We need our Second Amendment. We need protection, and we're going to have it. We're going to have it. We're going to have it. How about the gun-free zones on military bases, where our military, who are trained, right? Our military trained with guns, trained with weapons, and they can't use the guns, and a guy walks in, starts shooting. And a couple of them were highly decorated, unbelievably talented guys, dead. They're dead because they weren't allowed to have their guns. So we're going to change things, folks. We're going to change things.
One slice of social media and the Arab world celebrated the carnage as a historic triumph. Remember the 14th of November Paris? One supporter of the ISIS group declared on Twitter. He further said, "It will be established in their minds like 9/11 to the Americans." Another social media channel used by supporters of the group, also known as ISIS or ISIL,
but we're closely following the terrible events unfolding in Charlottesville, Virginia. We condemn in the strongest possible terms this egregious display of hatred, bigotry, and violence on many sides. On many sides. It's been going on for a long time in our country. Not Donald Trump, not Barack Obama. This has been going on for a long, long time. It has no place in America. What is vital now is a swift restoration of law and order and the protection of innocent lives. No citizen should ever fear for their safety and security in our society, and no child should ever be afraid to go outside and play or be with their parents and have a good time. I just got off the phone with the governor of Virginia, Terry McAuliffe, and we agreed that the hate and the division must stop, and must stop right now. We have to come together as Americans with love for our nation and true affection, really, and I say this so strongly, true affection for each other. Our country is doing very well in so many ways. We have just absolute record employment.